Hello everyone, I'm going to be doing the plant playthrough again actually. Also ignore this, I was just messing with some things, and right now I actually my speakers turned off, so hopefully my mic is only picking up my voice, and then OBS should be picking up the game volume itself without it interfering with my own voice. And I've messed with it, so hopefully you can hear me even if I'm even on the quieter side. Yeah, so we're going to do the normal things. I've tried like turning on turning that off just so you can see what else is going on. Yeah, we're gonna just continue. Yeah, so we're gonna do plant again, mainly because when I did it the first time, I tried to make a toxic plant, but I changed my membrane a bit too early, I think, and everything just kind of became plant-like anyway. So hopefully I can let Auto Evo create some things first before I become a extremely toxic thing of algae. It's the best way to put it, I guess. I might actually stay down here a bit and work on increasing my light immunity level thing. UV resistance, I think is what it's called. Before actually moving anywhere up close to the top. Should hopefully also give some time for other things to form and hopefully not be just completely swamped by a bunch of wannabe plants coming from me trying to become a toxic plant. Yeah, it's like any setup that I've not much to really talk about. It's kind of the same old, just, get your phosphate, get your ammonia, make sure you have glucose to not die. Although given I can't hear the phone, I'm gonna have to make sure I don't miss evolution becoming available at times, because I could easily miss that, except it always stutters like that. Alright. So, yeah, so we're gonna just stay down here for quite a bit. Now let's just check pets. Oh, that one's having an eruption, that's nice, but there's nothing there to make use of it. That's such a bad thing to have happen there. It's 1, 2, and we can jump there and there. Alright. Works for me. May as well also just do that in the meantime, and just already change to green. Let's do cumulus in a second. I'm gonna just mess with the towns instead. Alright. Because we're not gonna have hydrogen sulfide at the surface, so it's not gonna be that useful long term. So I'm gonna just leave it as is. Alright. Off we go. I need to okay. Need some more glucose there. Alright, now we're good. So let's take a look at this again. Evolutionary tree. I always like seeing what we start with at times. So these are, I'll consider these the main 3 branches. I've actually had some test games where I've been playing around, testing out some things for some other videos I want to do with this. And like, I've seen an entire branch die off within a couple 100 million years, which is quite crazy, because that'd be like a whole line of animals dying off pretty quickly in later stages, but yeah. I don't think I'm big enough to eat anything yet. Of course, I can try if I want to. Yeah, I want to make sure some other cells manage to spread around first before we make our rush to the surface. Because also if we do it too quickly, we're also going to have the glaciation event happen really early on, which could affect some other species, plus the oxygen, well, the change in oxygen as well will end up messing quite a bit with some other organisms and could impact them negatively in the long term for our plan here. Make this work out well. At some point, we also want to make sure we, consume some cells so we can actually get both the spikes and the toxin proteins. Think about it though, I should also get a ferroplast just for the iron, since that'll be very helpful. Let's get some more glucose at this point. Alright, I think that's good. There wasn't a eruption here now. Spread here. Two things have spread there. And I'm actually going to nab this temporarily. Put it right there, because it's have it off the side. Yeah, just part of my plan anyways, but there we are. Increase that by a little bit more. And off we go. So it looks like we can definitely eat stuff now. So let's try and do that. We want to be able to make use of our ability to, well, not make use, but we want to make sure we be able to get toxins and the other things we want for this. We won't be able to do that once we change our membrane to cellulose. I don't know why, but I feel like I just said the wrong thing, but whatever. I'm trying to consume something here, but I am not able to get anything that I can eat. Or things I can't eat have spikes on them. Which is making it difficult. I'm going to get a flagella soon. Well, if I can get a flagella, that could help as well to catch up to some of these things. Go with that as well. No, I won't be using the slime jet much. Well, I might switch that around for the defensive one in the future. So I'm going to just increase UV resistance to max. Can't do anything there. Alright. Off we go. Also, if you can hear my mouse now, it is because the camera is right next, well, not the camera, the microphone is right next to where my mouse is. I hope that doesn't cause any problems when it might. Okay, that is not good at all. We are probably about to die unless I can get to this glucose over here. I don't know if I can. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to make it this time. Well, that happens. Let's see if I can catch anything here. Ow. So I'll get hydrogen sulfide over here. Is one thing. It's two. Ow. Let myself heal up now. Do this before I have to jump in the editor again. Oh, come on. Guess. No, not. Almost. That's 4. God. Get in the editor real quick. I don't want to die. Given how well we were doing there. Oh, well, they're gone, and at least that spiky one's gone. Another eruption. Okay, things have spread into here and here. Nothing there yet. So we're probably going to want to do our move soon. Alright. Just adjusting my seating. What do I want to do? Nope. Actually, I've not really shown off the chemoreceptor at all in any of these games I've done. Let's do that. Symbolizing this. Alright. Can I change this at all? By a little bit. Alright. Off we go again. Hopefully we can get the last bit we need. No, the last bit I mean, last thing we need to engulf. I'm currently slowly healing. Alright, that is the 5th thing to engulf. Alright. I'm gonna check actually this. It's 2 different mutations that result in basically the same thing, just different membrane colors. And here's coming from us. You can see the green. It's been sticking to, I guess, quite a bit with these ones. Or just variations of green as well. That is just switch like that around, and other than that, no difference really. It's interesting, except for like I think the membrane color changed a bit. There's us. We're gonna get rid of that pretty soon. Yeah, that's pretty decent patch map. I think I checked this already. Got nothing here yet. I don't know if we want to be the pioneers in a new area like that immediately. Any other things spreading into these areas? I don't think so. I'm just curious. Does not look like it. I guess we'll let them do a little bit and then do what we need to. Out of this massive area of iron because I don't think I need all this iron anymore. I got filled up there. Perhaps I can gobble something up along the way here. I think it is now time to start moving patches. Oh wow, there's been so many weapons here I've never seen a value that too bad I'm not doing a hydrogen sulfide related game right now. This would be a great one to do it with, because that is a ton. I don't have to worry about glucose at all in that one. I'll move here. So we got all that, which is nice. Temperature though has to be dropped drastically. Just trying to be on the edge if we can. Alright. I cannot add anything else. A little bit more rigid. Add a little bit. Okay. Off we go. And there's a little bit of hydrogen sulfide in this area, but we're not going to be able to rely on it too much. We have to rely on there's also no iron. We're really going to have to just rely on glucose. Anything else missing here? And that's what I actually plan on doing with the slime jet at some point. I think I'm going to keep the slime jet as is for a little bit longer, but it's okay. What is it with things doing that? I don't know if I should like bring that up to the other devs. Oh, this Spanish only has 2 living members, one of which is really just the single cytoplasm. One that is you can see this one only has just the one. I think that one's been doing well in the patch we started in. Alright. I only have glucose to utilize, so we have to hope we do well. Of course, we can also just consume a bunch of other cells to make things easier. And there's some iron. Don't really need it at the moment, but it'll be good anyways. Just gobble it on up. Hit by a spike there. Some hydrogen sulfate. Right now. Looks like we're also about to be able to evolve, and we're going to use that to also jump to another new patch. More species there. Got some species there as well. Move to this patch. Alright, tolerances, pressure. Should increase. So here I may as well increase that some more. Alright. There's a bit of a rough spot, but I think we're fine now. At least for a little bit. I want to continue consuming stuff though in the meantime, just to make sure we're good. Alright. Let me just not. Okay, that was a big thing we're seeing. There are some things here, and this is where I want to go. Plus, there's iron available there, which would be very nice to make use of. Let's modify that. Let's also get a thylakoid present. Let's do that there. And I'm not too worried about this because we're not going to just be sitting around. This is going to hopefully just get us a bit more extra that we need. Can I also just go with that? No, I cannot. Let's just plan to a little more resistance to oxygen. actually move patches. No, I did not. I mean, I think we can survive for a bit. Let's just look at this again. So now these ranks are effectively separate from each other at this point, like, for the species. Well, this thing finally decided to do something. So I'll just have the one member that just changed slightly membrane color-wise. And ours is doing pretty decent throughout. I remember I can't, right. Yep. Can't use a slime jet anymore like I used to. It's going down. We probably want to try and find some stuff to start consuming because we're getting low, or have it in the editor. Alright, let's move here. Just the one thing. With pressure. Also, I hold this off now. Okay, so that'll help with all that there. 44. Get a spike, but I don't want to do that yet. Get more rigid. And boost that up. That as well. Spending a lot for that, actually. Okay. Alright, off we go. It's possible I may end up getting another slime jet at some point. If I do that, it's going to be to give me the speed boosts that I want. At the same time, a plant is kind of meant to be not very mobile, though. Oh, finally get to see it. I don't think the other cells will interact with it, but that is... Oh. No, this is an Easter egg for Spore. This is, I believe, the ducky cell from Spore. If anyone was curious about it, but yeah, that's the only real Easter egg I think that I know of that's intended. It has nothing to do with names at all. But yeah, it was a nice find actually. I remember I found that one other time, but I wasn't recording, and I was a little disappointed. I think that's the third time now, personally, I found that. I don't agree with what you wanted to do there to me. I did not consent to you trying to consume me. Yeah, that's the benefit of switching the slime jet to that more defensive one. You can get a little shield that can make I think prevents cells consuming you. I'm going to change this here because I want to... Yeah, I want to try and get them more plant-like, so hopefully when that other thing's showing up, they're not going to be fighting against them. And then we're going to move here as well. I'm going to go with that for now. I'm trying to get... I won't be able to add 2 more in there. So I'm going to switch them out and get them ready. That's a very big chunk of phosphate. I cannot remember if I've mentioned this in a video before or not, or at least brought it up, but I have no idea if like the big chunks can even be consumed. I don't know how big the cell would have to be to pull that off. You have to be, well, you'd have to be a very good factory though, clearly, in order to do that at all. I cannot consume you. Alright. I guess I can't consume you at the moment. Oh, got that guy. Oh. Okay, glaciation isn't gonna happen very soon. Oh, that is a really dark colored one. I think this one extinct from the planet, and then that was extinct from the patch. Interesting. have to drop it soon. Maybe next time we do this. We can't do that at all though. Let's load a slime jet. Should get more glucose production before you need to really utilize it. Okay, I think that's good. Off we go. Once more. So we haven't looked at it. Well, let's look at this. Okay, this branch has completely died out. There's this one. That went off. Two members there. Oh, that small one. I know this group's doing well there. Whatever this was, right here, just suddenly got a whole bunch of. Push on the variations is that? Of course it is. Well, two actually. That's just bizarre. There's a lot of new things that popped up right on this generation, it looks like. We end up burying on our own thing that dropped the slime jet we had. Kind of have to do this trick, but yeah, just dropped the slime jet. Maybe there's a color change, but not always that. I don't care as much about the color change. As a plant for a bit now. A little cell. Sunlight is. Maybe I'm just gonna move by current. Yeah, we're gonna move by current. Yeah, we're gonna start to see things replicating. Oh. So thylakoids now, so we get more glucose on that. So about iron. I'll add it. And then a little bit more, and then we should be good to go. Alright. And now we have the glaciation event. Missing from the planet. Some other things that with us. Yep. Glaciation now. On all the surface patches. Alright. Temperature's too high. Yep, gotta drop it. That should be good enough. Let's just stick that around while I have the chance. Got 40 left. Downside, I'm gonna just as well move that up. I think next we're gonna try and get the nucleus. Let's also take a look here. It's 4, so we need one more for that. We need 5 nucleus, we need 2 more there. Maybe wait a bit just so we get everything set up before we do that. Alright, I'm gonna go just sit again. I'm gonna go grab the glucose. Kind of try to sit right here. Alright. Well, that died. Glucose is going away from me. How dare it? Though it's becoming daytime. Oh, I just saw some toxin from whatever that was. Let's see if I can figure out what that might have been. Actually, that is sort of what I want to end up doing at some point, if possible. It's basically just the combining the slime in its modified form into the cell itself. So hopefully we'll end up doing that, or just have flagella at some point. That has 2 slime jets. Okay, that had that, but it looks like it when it stinked. So I don't think it was that. I just saw. Could have been this. Depends on if. Let's see, Antonio. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's the only one. Alright, well, we're gonna have toxins ourselves at some point. Assuming everything goes to plan. Which I think we have a good chance of. So maybe we try also with the toxin, like the toxin vacuole going as well, as soon as we jump into the next thing. 4, right? 4 metabolism, so let's throw in a toxizome then. Where do we want this? I don't know if you're noticing, but the background here is lagging a little bit. I don't actually know what that was about. Let's do it right there. Use ATP. Let's just give it a try. Can't hurt. Let's gobble that glucose up since we got it at the start. I'm gonna just sit. And once again, just my waiting game, sadly. That's all we gotta do at the moment. An ammonium phosphate increase. Just chill for the most part. Little buddy over here is also running the same rate we are. It's kind of neat. Also, I do not know if the toxin protein actually changes appearance based on the kind of toxin you're having it modified to. I've not actually looked at that really. course. Let's spike that up all the way now. Alright. Yeah, it's expected that we're gonna drop down in our glucose for a little bit. Just gotta let that happen and hope the sunlight comes back in time for us to regain it. I'm like just staring at the light percentage to see if it starts climbing. We're halfway down, and the light's starting to climb back up. Should start seeing the glucose slow down and decrease, which it hasn't decreased in a while, and it's starting to increase, which is now good. That's what we want to see. And it's rapidly climbing up to the top of its bar, which is exactly what I want to see. Oh, something actually tried to... Oh, that is interesting. Something tried to grab a nucleus before we did. Now that makes me wonder if anything else has tried to do that, and I just haven't noticed because it was elsewhere. Also changing my name to cellulose now. There's a drastic change there. And then next I think I'm going to do toxosome and then... I want to get more toxins before I do the nucleus. Alright. I just chill once again. I am actually curious now. Let me take a look at this. That, no. Okay, what? Must have come from elsewhere. It's definitely not come off of us. Something that just died recently. Of how all things that have come off of us are just staying one color for the most part. This is interesting. Where is this thing that had the nucleus? Huh. Weird. Actually, okay, maybe it was just from the patch. That may have been what happened. It was just gone from the patch. So that is out there somewhere. Let's see. Okay, it's in that patch. It's in this one right here. Which means at some point it might move into this patch, which could be a problem. but we have a membrane now, so it will be harder to digest normally. We also have the toxins, which should help us deal damage if we are consumed, and we can just make a shield around ourselves to make it harder to even consume us in the first place. But yeah, we'll just have to see how things go, I guess. I'm gonna go nap a bit from that. I just have to move around a bit more without concern. Okay, so looks like this has returned to our patch. I wonder, but given that big boy's here, I think we might want to do that to be safe. Oh, looks okay. That stuff just happens no matter what. All right, so I didn't even need the nucleus there. Even to get those going. All right. I think we're just good. Now we're big and sluggish. We got I don't know why I'm trying to point with my finger, but already got a lot of phosphate there. I want to build up this iron again. I think it's funny, cells are running from me. I cannot even consume them because of my membrane. But that's just how it is sometimes. So now we're going to just sit and hope things go well, to be completely honest. There's some glucose over here I'll just try and consume a bit of. That's ready. I mean, that makes sense. Okay, they're gone again, but it's just from the patch. Oh, something else with the nucleus. So it looks like, okay, there's a few things with nucleuses now. Alright. And I want to at some point I'm going to make these guys become aggressive. But that is not the time. Well, I guess I should say it is not the time for that yet. I'm just starting to wonder if I get a thing that helps create ammonia with how much phosphate I seem to just be accumulating all the time. Gain a bit more. I've not encountered this yet, and that's apparently in the patch. Well, no, there's only 4 different things in here. This is mitochondria. Let's just put that in here. It's a major effect. Just move this, that, another one like that. Why not? I think we're near the end of the game, actually. Generation, alright. All of those actually out of that's kind of wild. Also, maybe let's actually see if we can find the other cells that are, okay, there's one that has a nucleus. It got it in that generation. So that one's, I think, had the nucleus for the longest, 1400 million years. We got ours, the generation after that. Just, I mean, to be fair, I grabbed it as a result of that. It's that one. I think that's all the ones, actually, because these are getting much smaller. Enter time. I guess our generation dropped a little bit. These guys are extinct from the planet then. So a lot of phosphate and ammonia and almost nothing else. Let's see how it goes. Let's another ducks. Trying to look. Biome is mathematical as well, I guess. Just go boop, right in the front. So me and get away with that. Okay, we can get away with that. It'll be a little bit harder, but I think we can do this just fine. Mainly because I want to get an opening for the mitochondria next generation. nutrient and the other toxin. I'm going to leave it like that for now, I guess. Right. We've officially survived, although we have not done the full challenge I want to do yet. So we're going to just play a little bit more. So I think the video after this is going to be a challenge I've done before prior to the change in the ammonia and phosphate like passive obtaining, whatever the hell it's called. Just before the phosphate and ammonia can be passively obtained over time, which was to help with like, well, plant players like if you're doing this. Anyways. But the goal there was that it never evolved, and it's probably me harder now, especially, and also the more fun there is staying in the first patch you start in, which is generally going to be like the hydrothermal event, most likely, and just trying to survive, get to each, get to each of your editor cycles without dying too much for your entire species to go extinct. Yep, we've almost finished this round. Alright. There. You're becoming even more plant-like. I actually take off the spikes. I don't even know if I have to really utilize the mucilage. Although, I will say, probably not going to be actually attacking any cells, but we can say once, to a certain point, that we at least have a toxic cell that is also a plant. the normal fish might be good, so I don't know if I even need iron oxidation at this point. I don't entirely know. The invader's messing with things, so let's just go back to peaceful and that. Alright. Nothing there. I'm gonna do this. So I want to keep it. Two vacuoles right there. I'm gonna give us more storage space. Yeah, I'm just trying to, maybe, I don't want to use any of the, I did it before. Yeah, I'm gonna just pop it through this until I can get, actual toxic things, so I can say that we have become a toxic algae creature. Now it just wants to do vacuoles. And one there and one there, why not? Now we actually look like a plant cell. I think that's all I need for one more. That was the last generation I needed. Question mark? And yes, it is sometimes best to just run away. That's why the slime jets can be very useful. Okay, we got it now. That is just alright. Alright. Now then, if I encounter anything, I would definitely be able to make it suffer a lot. If I really wanted to. I've officially become effectively a plant cell that has toxins with it. And I even got the shape to show. Alright. Well, thanks for watching this and have a good day.